This is the only guide that you'll need to track any user click using Google Tag Manager. So let's get started. Let's say you want to track this button click whenever a user clicks that button in Google Tag Manager and fire a specific event based on that. So let's head to Google Tag Manager, head to triggers, create new, and then select all elements, select some clicks. From this menu, select click element, and the condition should be matches CSS Selector. And then we need to have a value over here so that trigger specifically fires when this specific clicks happen. So let's head back to our website, right click on shop products, hit inspect. This will open something called the Chrome Developer Tools, and it will open the elements panel. Automatically, it will highlight the element that we clicked the inspect action on that web page. So let's see what we have here within the class section. Within the class section, we have a value of button and then space button dash dash primary. So we need to get one value from these two without the spacing. So we would need to get the button only or the button dash dash primary. So let's get the second one, which is the button dash dash primary. Copy it and then press Command F or Control F and paste it over here. But before it, add a dot without any spacing. So dot and then the value itself that we have just copied. As you can see, it highlights this line, which is where we got the value from the first place. But mind something, we are seeing now on the right-hand side one of two. This means that there is another value of that class, which is something that we need to avoid. We need to make sure that we have one result per the class that we're copying to make sure that this event triggers on specific click, not on another click. So let's climb up a little bit. Think of this as like a tree. We have the fruit on the first level, which is the value that we want to capture or the condition that we want to fire the tag based on. And then let's see the above class. So remember, we need to get the value from the class key. So this is called key. And then we can see that the one above it is banner underscore underscore buttons, which is one value because it doesn't have any spacing. So let's copy this and add it before the value that we have just copied. And we would need to add a dot as well, and then a space. So as you can see now, we don't have any values. And the reason is I did not remove the space from here. So once we remove the spacing from this value, we would get our class over here, and we would get one value out of one from our search result from the elements panel. This tells us that there is one element with this class. So that's the value that we would need to add to Google Tag Manager. So let's copy the whole thing, go back to Google Tag Manager and paste it here as is without any spacing, any additional spacing. And yeah, so we need sure that there is no spacing over here or at the end. Now give this a proper name. So let's name it click dash, and then let's do shop products since this is the call to action. Hit save. Now let's head to tags and create a basic tag, Google Analytics tag, to test this out. So G4ID, and then let's use the same call to action. It was shop products, so let's do shop underscore products underscore click, and then let's give it a name. So G4 custom event shop products. Now let's select the trigger that we have just created. So we have named it click dash shop products. So that's our trigger, and hit save. If you're publishing these changes, let's make sure that it is working as expected. So let's hit preview, add our website URL, and hit connect. And now let's click on the button that we have just created the trigger for to see if the event or the trigger will fire as expected or not. So let's click on shop products. And now let's go back to our preview mode. And as you can see, we have here two clicks, but we are interested in the click, not in the link click. And as you can see, we have our J4 custom event firing, which is using our trigger. So as you can see here, this is the trigger, and that's the condition. It looks a little bit weird, but it means that it is firing since we are seeing the green check mark. And that's it. You can follow this guide to create any trigger, any click trigger inside Google Tag Manager to track custom events. If you have any questions or if you want me to cover any specific topics regarding web analytics, please drop them in the comment section and I'll make sure to get back to you or create a video regarding your question. This was Ahmed, and if you like this video, I would really appreciate it if you can subscribe to my channel, like and share the video, as it motivates me to create more content. And yeah, see you on the next one.